channel. Andy O'Reilly today down at Witt Buick, and I am here to make an announcement that we're very excited about Witt Buick being a part of the Muskegon channel, and I'm here to introduce you to Joe Hosler, who your title here is?
General Sales Manager.
General Sales Manager. Now, let's talk a little bit about your history before we get into the history of Witt Buick.
Sure.
You've been in this business a while.
Long time.
Talk about this.
So my dad owned a service garage my whole life, so I've had cars in my blood forever.
Yep.
This is all I ever wanted to do. So I've gone through some big high pressure dealerships, and it was kind of the way everywhere is going, so it was kind of normal for me.
Yeah.
I was working in Grand Rapids, a long ways from home, and it was getting tough to make the commute every day, and it was making my life miserable. So I reached out to Witt Buick and Jan Witt, and we talked a few times.
Still family run.
It is.
After all these
105 years.
Wow.
105 years. It's been Witt and in the same family. So I think this is the only job that Jan has ever had. So
nice.
So we talked a few times and made this my new home, and it's been amazing. It's so much different than everywhere I've ever worked. So
Really?
It took some adjusting for me too. So
Sure. I know the feeling. I mean, you get used to going at a certain level, and then when it slows down a little bit, it feels like you're not doing much.
And it is hard for me that way, because I do feel like a lot of my day I'm trying to find stuff to do.
Yeah.
But it's a whole different game. I mean, there's no high pressure here. We don't try to squeeze people into cars to meet a quota.
Yeah.
That's not the way Jan wants things done, and she's all about family and in the community. So making sure that we treat every person like we would treat our mom, and that's all there is to it. There's no other way to treat people. So
and in all honesty, that's what people are looking for.
Yeah.
You know, they want to feel comfortable. Because this is a big decision to buy a car.
Sure.
If you're a first-time car buyer, or it's your fourth or fifth, outside of a house, it's the biggest investment you make.
Yeah, and in some cars, I mean, they'll go up $50,000-$60,000. So
I know. It's a lot to think about.
It's a huge investment, and you know, so before I came here, there weren't a lot of cars being sold because there was, you know, so little pressure being put on it. So I haven't tried to change that at all. We have been able to grow significantly since I started, and still not pressure a customer into making a decision.
Love that.
It's really just, you know, letting people know that we're here.
Yep.
And we're here to take care of all their needs. There are other options than the high pressure sales that they do in other parts of Muskegon. So,
sure. And that's the way they run things, and that's fine.
And I know a lot of guys over there, and they're great guys.
Yep.
But it's not the way we're going to do things here.
Not the way they do things here.
Customer's going to come in, they're going to feel at home, they're going to feel welcome, and they're not going to leave here thinking that we pushed them or made them make a decision. So
let's talk about Buick.
Sure.
All right, Buick. If you go way back when, Buicks were top of the line luxury cars. Beautiful. I mean, way back into the early days of vehicles, 50s, 60s, all that kind of stuff. Buick in the 70s remained that kind of car, but guys like you and me started putting keystones on them, and we started putting those mufflers and the Regal and all those they were a lot of starter cars for guys like you and I.
Yeah. And who didn't want at least a T-type Regal
right?
if you couldn't get a Grand National?
Right.
So
you got one of those around here?
No.
Oh,
no, we don't.
But look behind us here.
This was actually my demo. I drove this car.
Yeah.
I put about 5,000 miles on it.
It's not Grandma's car dealership
without
anymore.
a question, the best car I've ever driven.
Really?
My favorite vehicle of all of them that I've driven.
No kidding.
I've driven a lot.
And these aren't Grandma's Buicks anymore.
Not at all. Although that buyer is still looking at Buick, and they're still comfortable buying the Buick.
We're not discounting Grandma by any stretch of the imagination, but these cars come with a lot of features that young people are excited about, and the design is, I mean, these are killer.
Yeah, and off camera here we have the Regal, and the Regal's high horsepower, great car. They're a sports sedan. I mean, they're an amazing car to drive, and I would say one of the fastest four-cylinders on the road. That's
all that's in that thing is a four-cylinder?
It's a turbo four-cylinder.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're very fast. They handle very well. and just a great car to drive.
Awesome stuff.
And then the LaCrosse behind us is just super comfortable. I mean, it has massaging seats. Massaging seats. So you take a ride to Lansing, and you really got to drink a lot of coffee, I guess. Stay away, because the seat's warm or cool and massaging you. And
how about that?
It's a great, super quiet ride. So, but Buick is trying to rebrand themselves.
Yeah.
And
you see the commercials, and it's all young, exciting, professional people that are excited about the product and what they offer.
Just drive one. I mean, you'll notice a difference right away.
Yeah.
They compare once in a while the Chevy Impala to the Buick LaCrosse. There's no comparison.
Really?
They may be similar size, but the Buick is twice the car of the Chevy Impala. It's quieter, it's trimmed off better, it's just nicer.
Great stuff. You got some sport SUV type things? What are these little mini?
Encore.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have the Encores in 2017. They just changed them up, redesigned the front end, the back end a little bit, did some more with the dash, and it's a fantastic vehicle. You can lease them really cheap. So it's a great vehicle for them. And then they introduced mid-year 2016. They introduced Buick Envision, and that is taking off like crazy. And then the top of the line Enclave, which has been the quietest vehicle on the road, and comes front wheel drive or all wheel drive. A lot of different ways you can package that vehicle. When they came out with the Envision, the big thing was, the bragging right was, it's 30% quieter than the Buick Enclave.
Nice.
And it is. It's a very quiet car.
Yeah.
Very comfortable. So yeah. So they have the Encore's a little one, and one in the middle is an Envision, and then above that with the Buick Enclave.
You want the big one? Go with the Enclave.
Yeah.
That's right. You want to let everybody know you're showing up.
And
Show
here's
up
the
in the
cool thing,
Enclave.
Andy. So July of this year,
Yep.
they are releasing. We'll be getting the first new 2018 Buick Enclave.
Very nice.
They just unveiled it at the New York Auto Show last week. Yeah, man, I tell you, if you could see a picture of that, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's going to be a great vehicle for the lineup.
Tell me about the dealership. I know you do a lot in Muskegon, and you want to do a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things you got going on right now?
So right now, we are a major sponsor of the West Michigan Ironman.
Love them, Ironman.
Yeah, I do too. I've gone to a few games. It's a great time. I never made it to any of the games when the old football team was in town. Thunder, okay.
Yep.
And I've made it to 2 for the Ironman, and what a great time. Actually, my son and I are going this Saturday night. So,
Fun.
Yeah, and he's really looking forward to it. But yeah, so they're doing a lot of great things in the community, and we want to be a part of that. And we don't want anything to happen downtown Muskegon without being involved.
That's the way to be.
And this Arena Football League is a great way to become a part of that downtown.
And you're giving away a car, raffling off a car, yeah?
Yep. So us, along with the West Michigan Ironmen, are raffling off a car, and you can buy tickets there every game, and we are even working a couple things where you'll be able to purchase the tickets here.
Cool.
A couple Saturdays to come, but yeah, it's a great car. So you'll get the new 2017 Buick Encore in your driveway.
How about that? And what's the ticket cost on that?
We'd have to talk to TJ.
Oh, we don't know.
So,
okay, all right. Well, who cares? I mean, $10, $20 for a ticket for a new car.
Yeah,
how do you beat that, right? Yeah.
So,
standard hours?
Hours are a little different here than other dealerships.
Okay.
So our hours here, Monday we are open. Service starts at 7:30 every morning. Sales starts at 9 every morning.
Okay.
And then we're open Monday until 6, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday only till 5:30.
Nice.
And Saturday is a 9 to noon.
Nice.
And it's one great draw to being employed by Jan Witt. She wants her employees to have time with their family. So we've talked about extending hours, and she's not interested. So
My kind of boss.
yeah.
I wish I had that option. Doesn't work for me. Let me take a second to say thanks again for coming on with the Muskegon channel. We're here to help you guys. The history alone in this building, I wish you could see behind us and get a look at all this stuff. This is just magnificent to come into and be a part of, and it doesn't have that high pressure feel where you're stuck in some little box while guys are scurrying all over the place.
You know,
it's amazing.
The building's got a lot of cool things. I think I told you.
Yeah.
This, 105 years this summer, and we're gonna have our anniversary party, I guess, in a couple months. But cool thing is upstairs there's the original rope that they used to haul hay bales
Hay bales.
into the building.
Wow.
So it's
Let's
just
get
a lot of history.
Let's roll a little footage of that in. We're going to take a look at
Okay.
this. Is 105 years old. This has been going on up here, and this is back to the horse and buggy days.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
Witt Buick. That really happened. That it was a horse and buggy dealership that moved into a car dealership. It's 105 years strong. Joe, we wish you the best.
Thank
We're going to
you.
roll that footage in over on top of this and
Very
show
good.
everybody what's going on upstairs. Come on down to Witt Buick. Make sure you support these local dealerships, and if you really want the low pressure, kind dealership, this is where you want to come for a rockin' Buick like this one right here. You got to drive that thing?
Yeah.
Nice
Beautiful.
benefit.
Beautiful.
Job perk, you hiring?
Yeah, I want a job. I'll get in there. We'll go fill one out.
Witt Buick right downtown Muskegon, our newest sponsor here on the Muskegon channel. Joe, thanks again, man.
Yeah, thank you.